Hezbollah is showing some flexibility in efforts to reach a ceasefire with Israel in Lebanon. Senior Israeli officials are saying that significant progress has been made toward ending the war that began when Hezbollah began firing rockets at Israel after Israel responded to Hamas's massacre in Gaza last October 7th. The U.S.-Israeli-backed proposal was handed over to the Lebanese government over the weekend, and a response is expected from Beirut in the coming days. Hezbollah has reportedly shown willingness to withdraw from South Lebanon, a red line for the organization until now. The major area of disagreement is over Israel's demand to maintain operational freedom in case the IDF detects violations of the agreement by Hezbollah. If Lebanon's response is positive, President Biden's special envoy, Amos Hochstein, is expected to arrive in the region this week to advance the framework toward its final stages. Prime Minister Netanyahu held an emergency meeting last night on efforts to free hostages held in Gaza. He met with a small group of ministers and top security officials. The security officials reportedly told the ministers that agreeing to an end to the war with Hamas was the only way to reach a deal to free the captives. The IDF says that 101 hostages, living and dead, remain in Gaza. The head of the Mossad, David Barnea, reportedly presented the ministers with new options for a deal. The security officials said that even after the killing of its leader, Yahya Sinwar, Hamas is still demanding an end to the war and a full IDF withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. Efforts to free the hostages through mediation have been stuck for many months, and Qatar recently announced the end of its role as mediator and reportedly plans to order Hamas officials to leave the country. The Israeli magistrates court has ordered 3 people accused of firing flares toward the home of Prime Minister Netanyahu to be held in custody for 5 days. The suspects are all reportedly anti-government activists, and one is a major in the IDF reserves. Their names have not been released for publication. A gag order bars publishing details of the investigation or the suspects' names for 30 days. The Shin Bet told the court that the firing of the flares is far from legitimate protest and described it as a dangerous escalation. 2 flares were reportedly fired on Saturday night from sand dunes a few hundred meters from the Netanyahu home. One of the flares landed in the guard post on the edge of their property. No one was injured, and the Netanyahus were not at home at the time of the incident.
Experience the power of truth with ILTV News. If you're looking for quality content and captivating visuals, join our news community and become an integral part of our team as we embark on a mission to unveil the real Israel, dismantling the web of lies and misinformation that surround reporting on Israel. By subscribing to ILTV News, you will not only have access to the latest updates, but you will also amplify our message, creating a ripple effect that carries the truth far and wide. Subscribe today and help reshape the narrative. Available on the web, Android, and Apple.